Vidya Prakashan Mandir Private Limited.
Hello students, let us learn General Science for class 6 from the book Science Square. Today we are going to learn chapter 11, Motion and Measurement of Distances. In this chapter, we shall discuss about measurement, need for standard units, SI unit of system, measurement of length, motions and its types. Let us begin the chapter. Ever since ancient times, humans have devised different means of transport to traverse from one place to another. They designed boats that resemble the shape of animals living in water to travel across water bodies. They invented the wheel, which led to inventions like cars and other animal-driven modes of transport. During the beginning of 19th century, humans designed the steam engine, which was followed by automobiles and motorized vehicles. Let us learn about measurement. Measurement is nothing but a comparison of unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity. The measured value consists of units and numbers. The known fixed quantity is known as unit. The number of units the object measures. For example, let us take the length of the stick as 1 meters. Then we can say the 1 is a number and the meter is a unit of that number. Here the number tells us the magnitude of the length of the stick, while meter tells us the unit in which length has been measured. Since ancient times, people have been inquisitive about measuring the distance. They developed many ways for measuring. However, these methods were able to give only rough estimation and not precise one. Distance and length. Length tells us how long an object is it not? But what is the distance? Distance is that information as to how far two things are. Length may be defined as the measurement of an object or size or distance of an object from one place to another. For example, length of the table, length of the stick, etc. The length between 2 points or objects is known as the distance. The distance between Mumbai and Delhi is 1400 kilometers. We cannot speak the length between Mumbai and Delhi. Conventional methods of measurement. It includes hand span. What is it, a hand span? You must have heard johns. 1 john is equal to. So they calculate with the help of hand span. It is a measuring of the length between the tip of the thumb and the little finger. We'll call this as a hand span. These were being used in the traditional methods. Cubit. Cubit is nothing but measuring of the length between the middle finger and the elbow. You can see the flower. Keeper, vendor will keep measuring through that. Arm length. You can see this measuring of length from the shoulder to the middle finger. You can see that in the tailor shop or in textile places. Foot step. It is the measuring of the distance covered by a step. So the conventional methods includes hand span, cubit, arm length and foot step. These are methods used for measuring the length between the two objects. Need for the standard unit of measurement. So we have these 4 units, but why we need the standard unit of measurements? Yes, though in ancient times the length of the foot, width of a finger and the distance of a step were commonly used as different units of measurements, they were not able to understand how big the actual length is, because they know the length of your handspan or foot cannot be known. So these methods could not become reliable. So disputes occurred in terms of personal units. So for buying and selling commodities in the market, they require a standard unit that cannot be changed from one person to another person. SI unit of measurement. A standard unit is a standard measure that has some definite and convenient quantity, that it remains the same whenever, whoever, wherever use it. So the standard unit means it's a standard measure. Let it be anywhere, let it be measured by anybody. That is a standard unit. In 1960, the General Conference of Weights and Measurement were recommended a common system called International System of Units, that is SI units, should be used all over the world. According to this system, the standard unit for measuring length is meter, the standard unit for measuring mass is kilogram, the standard unit for measuring time is seconds. Let us see the prefixes that to be used with SI units. Before the name of an SI unit, we use the words such as kilo, centi, and milli to get a bigger or smaller value of the unit. We use prefix kilo for denoting 1000. Therefore, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. We use prefix centi for denoting hundredth. So, 1 meter will be equal to 100 centimeters. We use prefix milli for denoting 1000th. Therefore, 1 meter is equals to 1000 millimeters. So, kilo, centi and milli all denotes the value of the unit. Let us now discuss about the unit of the length. Meter is the standard unit of the length. The symbol of the meter is M. To measure short distances, we use meter scale. Each meter scale M is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeter. Each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. To measure large distances, we use term kilometers. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So, meter is a standard unit of length. Each meter will be further divided into 100 equal divisions. Further, centimeter is divided further into 10 equal millimeter divisions. And 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Simple and submultiples of units. The simple units used for measuring larger distances are the multiples of SI units. For example, we need to use decameter, hectometer, kilometer, etc. for measuring larger distances. 1 decameter is equal to 10 meters. 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. The submultiples units used for measuring smaller units distances are the submultiples. For example, we need to use decimeter, centimeter, millimeter, etc. 10 decimeter is equal to 1 meters. 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. 1000 millimeter is equal to 1 meter. Let us see the measuring devices used for measuring the length. To measure the length, we mainly use meter scale. Yes, which is common. Next, measuring tape. You must have seen this is made up of a metal or a wood so that it cannot be bent. It is used when we need to measure an object straight, that is such as cloth, table, pencil, etc. The measuring tape is made up of flexible material which can be bent easily to measure around the object. It is used when we need to measure an object which is round. When we need to measure an object which is straight, we use meter scale. In both format it is there. One is normal scale, another is in a circular metal like wood. And if in order to measure an object which is round like a tree, chest or waist, we use a measuring tape which is flexible. Let us see what precautions we need to take while using a scale. The scale should be placed along the length to be measured, that is, very close to the object. In the first picture, you can see the correct measurements begins with 0. And the incorrect measuring, you should not keep the scale cross. It should be as straight as the length of the object. If 0 mark is damaged, what would you do? If you have broken the scale, we start from the another full mark. Then we subtract the reading from the other end. In the example, you can see 0 is not there in the image scale. It shows 6.5 in the correct image. Okay, and 0 has not been there in the correct image, and so we minus 1 in that 6.5, and the correct length is 5.5. The eye must always be placed exactly above the mark to be read. You cannot move, you should not read from the sidewise. Let us now learn about motion. What is motion? Every day we see number of bodies such as cars, birds, animals, etc. which are in motion. These objects move from one place to another. Hence, we can say that every object in the universe is in motion. We know that our earth also moves around the sun. The movement of a body or object, we'll call it as a motion. In the above example, all the moving bodies change their position with respect to the time. Yes, you can see that. What are the different types of motions? Motions are of 3 types: rectilinear motion, circular motion, and periodic motion. Let us discuss about rectilinear motion. When the object travels in a straight line, we call it as a rectilinear motion. It is also called as linear motion. You can see this in motion of train speeding along a single track. Motion of a moving car on a straight road. Motion of soldiers in parade. So linear is a simple single, like that you can keep it in your brain. So rectilinear means objects moving in a straight line. Circular motion. As the name indicates, when an object moves round in a circular orbit around a fixed point, we call it as a circular motion. Example, motion of blade on an electric fan. So, fixed point, circular. Motion of hands on the clock with a fixed point in the middle. Motion of merry-go-round by keeping the fixed point in the middle. Periodic motion. When the motion repeats itself after regular intervals of time, we call that motion as a periodic motion. Examples, swinging of a pendulum, of a clock. Revolution of moon around the earth. Revolution of the earth round the sun. Let us have a chapter recap. Measurement is nothing but the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity. The known fixed quantity is known as unit. The conventional methods of measurement include handspan, cubit, arm length, and footstep. The standard unit for measuring length is meter. The standard unit for measuring mass is kilogram. The standard unit for measuring time is second. Length may be defined as the measurement of an object or size or distance of an object from one place to the other. The length between 2 points or objects is known as distance. The movement of a body or object is called motion. The different types of motion includes rectilinear, circular, and periodic. This ends chapter 11.
Vidya Prakashan Mandir